and everybody who voted for me, whether that was a first preference vote or a transfer vote. So I'm just absolutely delighted. I think people in Limerick have voted for progressive change. They supported our party in big numbers, and we're delighted that we actually got elected today.
The fact that you got in second, I suppose you would just be happy to get in and all, but to get in second must be especially pleasing.
Yeah, well, I said from day one that we'd be happy to take the last seat if that was the case. We're delighted we took the second seat. You know, it's not everybody who comes as a councillor and beats 2 government ministers, so we're really, really happy that we've done that. And you know, the people have put their trust in me. I'm delighted with that. I'm humbled, and I want to thank my campaign team. I think they've been the best campaign team across the city, probably across the state. They've worked 24/7, and you know, I can't say thank you enough for them and to the people who came out and voted for me in huge numbers.
Maurice, were you worried about the feeling out there towards Sinn Fein by other parties winning across the dreadful murder of Detective Garda Jerry McKay? Do you think that threatened your campaign at any point?
No, I don't think it did. I think people were focused on the issues. They were focused about getting their kids into school. They were focused on paying the bills to come through the door. They were focused on the way they believed the government left them all down. You know, the promises the Labour Party in particular made and weren't delivered. So no, they were the issues that came up on the door with us, and you know, that's the campaign we fought, and we tried to fight a positive campaign. I think the Irish Independent in particular, their campaign was nasty, vicious, and it's something that will probably go down in history as probably the most undemocratic decision by any newspaper in an election, probably in Western Europe.
You probably would have been hoping that a lot of Keane's transfers would have gone to you, but as we saw earlier in the day, the transfers weren't necessarily falling the way people expected them to.
Yeah, well, we always anticipated that the AAA transfers would come to us because people were telling us on the door, you know, Maurice, I'm voting for Keane, you give you the number 2. We knew that was happening. That was happening all over the city, so we knew there'd be a big transfer. Obviously, the transfer from the AAA was fantastic. It was a massive transfer, but we expected that.
What did you think of the transfer that you got from Willie O'D?
Well, Willie, you know, I think we got the highest transfer from Willie O'D as well. So thanks to Willie, and you know, myself and Willie have been kind of friends for years.
Will you be partners in government
on the same side?
No, I don't think we'll be in partner with government unless Sinn Fein is the lead government and leading a progressive government. We're not interested in being in government.
You could be sitting right beside Willie O'D on the benches of Dáil Éireann.
Well, in fairness, what I will do, no matter who is with, if it's in the interests of Limerick, I will work with anybody. I have no problem whatsoever with working with any of the elected TDs who've got a democratic mandate. Absolutely no problem.
And a bit of local history, Maurice. The first Sinn Fein TD elected in Limerick City in 93 years.
Yeah, first since Colivate in 1923. So you know, it's an honour for me. You know, I'm thinking of my dad now at the moment. He would have been very proud. You know, we have a family connection going back to Colivate. We have, you know, relations and stuff like that. So it's an honour for me. I'm very proud. First Sinn Fein TD elected since 1923.